Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Yep. Last we left off, we did Gwyn's Keep. Well, technically, still part of Anor Londo. I like to call this whole building Gwyn's Keep, just because it's a very prominent structure. It's very big. There's a lot of stuff here signifying its importance. And since Gwyn is the chief god of whatever the pantheon is, I would assume it's his keep. So I just call it Gwyn's Keep. Mm-hmm. Yep, we just kind of made our way here and cleared it out. Mm-hmm. I think we started off at the bonfire in front of Gwendolyn's place, turned in our souvenirs or reprisals, got a talisman and a miracle out of it, the Dark Moon talisman and the Dark Moon blade. Won't be using them because they're very, very faith-based. And if you want to keep using them, you have to stay in the Blades of the Dark Moon Covenant, which I don't plan on being, but so. Yep, then we came up the stairs, fought the sentinels, and then made our way towards the entrance to the keep. Yep, towards the Anor Londo archers. Yep, where we did get, shot and knocked off a ledge. Yeah, if you don't get hit and knocked off a ledge by those guys, then you're doing something wrong. But I don't know. It was kind of my fault because I expected it to hit a collision box on that little rafter I was on, but nope, there was none. So it hit us, and knocked us off. So came back, used in body to kind of get to my position down at the base where there's the Batwing demons, and we just kind of sat there and used our poison arrows. Mm-hmm. Sat outside their range, but utilized the fact that even though arrows don't do damage at extreme ranges, poison arrows will still apply poison. So we used 2 arrows apiece, 1 proc each, to kill the Anor Londo archers. So that allows pretty much a free act, or it's probably the easiest way to deal with them. And yeah, it takes the longest, but it's the easiest way, in my opinions. So. Mm-hmm. Ran up the rafters, grabbed the soul item, hopped into the keep, entered the first door on the left, where we found a bonfire and Solaire of Astora. Yep. Talked with Solaire briefly, and then we just kind of cleared out the keep room by room. Yep. Encountered the Silver Knights, some more sunlight metals, more Silver Knights, and then we found a little secret room. Yeah, secret room, hidden behind a illusory wall. Yep. Pretty dark room. Inside was Havel's armor set, the dragon tooth and a shield, as well as a mimic that had a occult club, which kind of questions, was there a plot against the gods, maybe? Yeah, I would think so. Considering the occult modifier does extra damage to the divine, the gods and their followers. So someone was out to get them. Yeah, because we have the ember that we got in the painted world. It was I think it was, hold on. Yeah. The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. Yeah, so the church, Gwyn and company know about it, but they stuffed it away in the painting. But someone found it, or someone brought it out. So, who? I don't know. It's your guess at that point. Some say Havel because his armor set's down there, but he's assumed to be trapped in the little tower down in the Undead Burg, probably put there because of that little plot. Who knows? At that point, it's just kind of your best guess with the evidence on hand. But yeah. After that, we just kind of continued exploring the keep. More Silver Knights, more mimics. And then we encountered Siegmeyer. Siegmeyer was in one of those rooms, kind of trapped by a couple of Silver Knights. So he just kind of sit there, asked for us to, what did he ask us to do? He was trying to formulate a strategy, but we just kind of went in there, dealt with them. Came out and he was like, "Oh, you destroy those monsters?" And he gave us the tiny bean ring, which just gives us 5% more health. Woohoo! Yeah. So we helped him out. He should now be gone. Um, have continued on. Took on the Titanite demon. That was in one of the tiny little chapel rooms. Yeah, we returned to the bonfire and grabbed the pyromancy for him. Yeah, I guess the room. He's pretty tough. No, he is tough. And the room that you fight him in doesn't help. Yeah, it's small. It's just big enough to where you can just have enough room to get out of his reach if he's on the far end of the room. But yeah, so we just utilized pyromancy and just took him on with great combustion. I think it's like 5 great combustions just to kill him, and then that was doing like 600 damage almost. So yeah, he's pretty strong. But he does drop to Demon Titanite, so it is kind of worth it in my opinion. Yep, found the shortcut. Yep, found the Silver Knight armor, which I'm wearing the leggings here. And Silver Knights were kind enough to drop their weapons, Silver Knight sword and Silver Knight spear, as well as their shield, the Silver Knight's shield. Yeah, in my opinion, the best medium shield in the game, in terms of stat-wise, is it'll have the highest ability fully upgraded. It's got one of the best damage negation spreads. Yeah, it's just really good. Even at +4, even at +4, it's got 74 stability, and I think if we upgraded it once to the max, the +5, it'll have like 76. Yeah, and I think the Black Knight shield has like 75 stability if you fully upgrade it, and the Boulder Knight has like 74, I think, when it's fully upgraded. So not much difference, but this is just really good. Yeah. Highest ability by like a point or two, but the damage negations are pretty good. Mm-hmm. I wish the magic was better, but can't have everything. But it's probably gonna be one of our main shields going forward. This and the Iron Round Shield, yeah, because that single property of the Iron Round Shield, the higher deflect value, meaning enemies bounce off it more often. It's just really good. But yeah, so we got their weapons. So luckily, came to this room, cleared out the 2 Regal Sentinels down there, opened up the door. Archer here, and I think we went back down and did the Black Eye Orb invasion. Yep, we invaded the world of the guilty, the murderer of the Bonfire Keeper and Firelink Shrine, who turned out to be Lautrec the Embraced, which it's pretty. What's the right word? Pretty straightforward. I mean, he gives a lot of clues to what he'll do, especially the one dialogue that I unfortunately missed. Like if you beat the Gaping Dragon, you go back to him, he'll have this one eerie dialogues like, about to move on, that Firekeeper served a purpose, he. That alone just kind of, points to, he's the one who killed her. So, invaded, he was here along with his 2 buddies. Again, we cheesed his 2 buddies with poison arrows. Yeah, as long as you don't move from your spot, they won't aggro. So we just used, again, applied poison to them, took care of his followers, and then we did a one-on-one with Lautrec. Yep, let him spew his little dialogue, and then we parry riposte with the Hornet Ring, and destroyed him. So we came back to our world, got the Ring of Favor and Protection, I think 5 humanities, and Anastasia's soul. Soul of the Ass Maiden. So we can now restore her back at Firelink Shrine. So, which we will do. Went up there through the broken window, dropped down to grab the Dragon Slayer Great Bow, dropped down again, take on some more Batwing demons, open up the little doorway up there. And then we talked to the BFG, the big friendly blacksmith giant. I know I missed a B somewhere, but so he's just like there. He's like, everyone's gone, but it's like, I don't talk, you talk. He's friend. Yeah. So upgraded some weapons, transmutated some boss weapons, and I think that was it. That was it. Yeah. Between episodes, I did probably my main level farming. I'll probably do in the game for intended level farming. Once I unlock new Londo, yeah, once I get to the Dark Wraiths, I'll probably farm them for the chunks, but I'll also get some good souls out of that one. But the aim there would be chunks. But yeah, I mean, it's a good place to farm souls in the keep here. Yeah, one full run with Silver Knights and the little sentinels down here. It's about 25,000 souls. So yeah, you get a lot of souls just from clearing out the little Silver Knights and all that. So I did that, bopped up my stats pretty significantly. So we're reaching some of the soft caps. Still a couple levels away, but we're getting there. And that was it, really. I just farmed levels, upgraded some, well, particularly the shield. So yeah, that's basically all I did. I just farmed levels. Went back down, sold some stuff to Framp, came back up. That was it. That was it. Yep. And today we're going to finish off Anor Londo and tidy up some. We'll fight Ornstein and Smough, talk to Gwyn, and then probably do Dark Anor Londo because I don't need the Silver Knights anymore or anybody up here. I got all this stuff. So we'll finish up Anor Londo, Ornstein and Smough, Gwendolyn, Dark Moonitis, head back down to Firelink Shrine, do some talking, restore Anastasia, talk to Fram, blah, blah, blah. So that's the plan. A lot of progress, probably not going to do a whole lot, but definitely going to be finishing up Anor Londo here. Yep. And our equipment for today, starting off with the Silver Knight Straight Sword +5. My favorite weapon. Yep. So this will start off with this. I'll probably change it up when we go down to Gwendolyn, but for now we're starting with this. Silver Knight Straight Sword, Silver Knight Shield to +4. I need another 4 Twinkling Titanites to max it out, and I don't have enough souls, and I figured, I don't really need to right now. Stability is already really good, so at this point, upgrading to max is semantics. Yep. Sorcerer Catalyst, because now I have a ton of intelligence, so now this thing's more powerful than the Ulastil, so Crown of Dusk, to be launching some spells, Crimson Robe, Black Sorcerer Gauntlet, Silver Knight Leggings. Yeah, I really like the leggings with the Crimson. Yeah, I do like that. Again, I could have probably upgraded this with Twinkling Titanite as well as the leggings, but we'll do that later. Don't need that. Got the Chloranthy Ring, Lingering Dragon Crest. Yeah, Havel's Rings won't do us anything, won't do us any good. We'll still be meeting roll. So I got the Chloranthy Ring for stamina regen. May not be necessary, but I like having it. And the Lingering Dragon Crest because we will be empowering our weapon with Great Magic Weapon. Yeah. So yeah, this is what we'll start with. This will change up when we get to Gwendolyn, but for now, this is what we're going with. Yep. Here are the stats. We are now level 100. Yeah, I did some serious soul farming. Vitality to 30, endurance to 25, dexterity up to 30, intelligence up to 36, and faith up to 18. Well, I think I had my faith up that high already, but the biggie was intelligence to 36, and our vitality and our endurance. Yep, so now we have enough intelligence to use Soul Spear. That was kind of my aim. So, I mean, we'll continue to level up. We'll allocate levels, but for the most part, we're mostly done. I do like to get some more endurance and some more intelligence and dexterity, but at this point, it's just, ice cherry on top. So, oops. Yep. All right. Shall we just get to this as I rambled on way too long? All right. So first things first, Ornstein and Smough, and we are going to summon Solaire. Because if he survives, we'll have enough Sunlight medals to get the next rank in the Sunlight Covenant. So you better stay alive, Solaire. Just gonna let him spawn. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't rush too far ahead because he'll just like drop down, and that's not good. All right, Solaire, let's go. I need you to stay alive. All right. Ornstein and Smough. This shouldn't be too difficult. Not with our current level of equipment and with Solaire. So the tricky part is trying to keep Solaire survive, especially in phase 2. But phase 1 shouldn't be too hard, especially if we divvy up the attention. I am going to kill Smough first. We're going to kill Smough first, and we're going to find Super Ornstein, because Super Ornstein, he gives a better armor set in my opinion, and he also drops a ring, which you can only get if you kill Super Ornstein. So that's the plan. We're going to kill Smough first, take on Super Ornstein, and hopefully Solaire survives. So, all right. We'll buff out here, walk through, and hopefully not die. Shall we? The delinquent duo. Ah. Yeah, we should be doing a ton of damage to Smough. Ah. I think we got hit with the shockwave. There we go. Let's top off. Gonna go against Solaire first. Ah, missed. Oh, come on. Can't be using up my soul spears. Oh, it's going through his legs, that's why. There we go. No! How you dare you kill my boy? Ah. Oh, I thought I got past him. Do your butt slam so I can heal. Do your butt slam. Butt slam. Very cute. You have pretty decent recovery time for that. Don't worry, Solaire, I got him for you. How dare you kill my boy. Soul of Ornstein, 1 humanity, 50,000 souls. And he drops the Leo ring. Ornstein and Smough. I was hoping Solaire would survive, but yeah, phase 2 is usually where he dies because, yeah, the powered up version of the boss does a lot of damage, especially to Solaire for some reason. But oh well, stay levy. Yep, Ornstein and Smough. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Especially when you have a fully upgraded Silver Knight sword, applying a ton of magic damage with high intelligence. We were super prepared, super leveled for this fight, so it wasn't very difficult. Nope. Yeah. Although I could definitely see people having problems with it, especially if they come in by themselves, not really prepared for it. Yeah, because you have to deal with, the biggie is probably Smough. To be honest, he's going to be in your face, obscuring, Ornstein's movements. Yeah. Yep. You got Smough putting the pressure on, and Ornstein just kind of darting in and out of combat, poking at you. It can be overwhelming, especially if you're not used to it. Between the two, Super Smough is probably easier. If you kill Ornstein first, Super Smough is easier, in my opinion. Well, a lot of people think he's much easier. Not quite as quick. I think he has less resistances and I think a little bit less health. But Ornstein is probably the overall better choice to make, or the better one to fight second, because you get the ring and the armor set from Donald. So I would recommend doing Ornstein second if you can. But yeah, whatever. Soul of Ornstein. Dragon Slayer Knight who guards the cathedral in the forsaken city of Anor Londo. Yep. And Ornstein is actually weak or susceptible to the occult. If you have an occult weapon, you actually do a bit more damage to Ornstein. Not Smough, just Ornstein. So the occult club is a good option to have in this fight. Because I think Ornstein is actually weakest to blunt. So you have that and the occult, so you could do pretty good damage against him with that. But yeah, Ornstein and Smough. Still sad that Solaire didn't make it. I have had him survive the fight before, but it's usually comes down to the wire at that point. We got the lifts now activate. The bonfire's there, but before that, go into the corner here. There's a body. Well, this body only shows up if you've done the Black Eye Orb invasion of Lautrec. It's the only time it shows up. If you kill him before that, this won't show up. You gotta do the Black Eye invasion. And here we have Armor of Favor. So this is, I presume this is Lautrec. Lautrec the Embraced in our world. Yep. Helm of Lautrec the Embraced, representing the goddess Fina's love. During his solitude, he forsook everything, for he believed in the goddess' love for him. Yep. The goddess's arms wrapped around it as if to embrace the wearer. Yep. Because if you put it on, there's actually like little arms, kind of like a big hug on it. Go into the Lautrec. Yep. It's actually decent armor set. I don't think you can upgrade it, but it is pretty decent. Although I don't really care for the chest piece. Let me put the chest piece on so I can show you the little arms. Yeah, like little hugs. So, yeah. Oops. I'll stick with my crimson robes. Although I think the leggings are pretty good. Yeah, leggings are pretty good. Although 4 points heavier. just barely better than some things. But yeah. Lautrec's armor, again, only if you do the Black Eye Invasion. So. On fire. You won't need it. Here we go. Amazing chest ahead.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
I am here.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord vessel to thee.
Got the Lord vessel.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
All right. So she wants us to follow Lord Gwyn's path, or follow in the footsteps of Lord Gwyn. End the twilight, link the fires, prevent undead sacrifices, all the noble causes, but is it really? Is it? But there is more, so.
O chosen undead, thou hast journeyed far.
Yep. We can enter covenant, we can talk. Let's talk.
Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee, once living, now undead, and a fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art. O chosen undead, and beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. A grave and arduous test of metal, yea, it shall be. Indeed, we had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and the life it sustaineth. Without fire, all shall be a frigid and frightful dark.
Without fire, all would be frightful and frigid dark. But the fire brings warmth and love and embrace and all the good in the world. Does it? Really? But I think that's all she has to say.
Please, Father's role thou should assume, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices. Kingseeker Frampt, the primordial serpent, shall guideth thee.
Frampt will guide us to where we need to go, huh? So that just kind of confirms that Frampt is, on their side of the fire people. So, anything else?
Please, thou shalt Kingseeker.
No, okay. So she does have a covenant. We will join it. Yep. And we are the covenant of the Princess's Guard, I think. With the Ring of the Sun Princess. The covenant established.
Hereafter I, Guinevere, shall serveth as thine guardian. If thou so needest, I shall devote all to thine safety. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
Right.
Please, thou shalt.
Alright, that's what I thought. Okay.
Now thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
With the sunlight forevermore. Yeah, it is kind of dark in this room. But we are now in the Princess's Guard Covenant. I think it's a PvE covenant. it does allow you to use 2 very powerful miracles that we can get in the Duke's archives. But other than that, that's really all that's to it. It's just another PEV covenant, meant for co-op. And the only benefit is, again, the 2 miracles that you get. I think it's the Bountiful Sunlight and I think Radiant Sunlight. The top tier healing miracle and heal over time miracle. But we get those in the Duke's archives. We did get this Ring of the Sun Princess, I think. Yep, Ring of the Sun Princess. Boost miracle synergy. If you're playing online, sometimes you might find little white discs hovering above the ground. Those are the miracle synergy things. You gotta play online for it to show up. And those little rings will boost certain miracles. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on the mechanics of it. It is pretty fascinating. I think Illusory Wall did a little in-depth on it at one time. I think I'll try to find that video and tag it in the description or something. But yeah, this ring is granted to those who enter a covenant with Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn, and the Princess of Sunlight. The slightly warm ring boosts the synergy of miracles. The Princess of Sunlight, Guinevere, left Anor Londo along with many other deities, and later became the wife to flame god Flann. Sunlight Guinevere left Anor Londo along with many other deities. She left. So who the hell is this? Well, that's the thing. Alright. What I'm about to do, I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you're absolutely sure you're done with Anor Londo. Because once you do this, you cannot undo it. So, be very mindful about what you're about to do. This will cause all the Silver Knights to despawn. It'll cause all the Royal Sentinels to despawn. I'm pretty sure it despawns the Batwing Demons as well. Except for the one at the entrance. The one at the entrance I think is still there, but yeah. So if you're not ready to despawn the enemies here, don't do this. Or make enemies of Gwendolyn and the Covenant and all that stuff. So
thou that tarnisheth the Godmother's image, I am Gwendolyn. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
Destroying the illusion of Guinevere destroys the illusion on Anor Londo. Yep, we're now in the dark Anor Londo. So now we are an enemy of Gwendolyn and the Dark Moon Covenant. Yep. Guinevere is basically the catalyst for the illusion. So if you destroy this illusion of Guinevere, it lifts the illusion. Are we still in the Princess's Guard? Nope, we're not in the Princess Guard, and we cannot join it either. Yep. We cannot join Princess's Guard or the Dark Moon Blades, because we are an enemy to them. So, well, as well as the Forest Covenant, we're an enemy to the Forest Covenant as well, so we can't join them as well. We'll have to go back to Oswald to pardon all that stuff to allow us to join him again. But I'm pretty sure Gwendolyn will still be mad at us. So. Yep. Covenant established. Let's just repair real quick. Don't want to tune any spells. Yeah, sure, we'll tune Homing Mass and Magic Weapon. Alright. can just warp out of here if we want, but we're not going to. We're actually going to go down. Because there are special enemies that spawn now that we broke the illusion. Yeah, this elevator is smaller, so compared to the other one. One for Smough, one for Ornstein. Just out here in the main hall, there's 2 new enemies. Let's see if I can. Yep, there they are. You have the heavy fighter on the right, and the medium fighter on the left. The one on the left uses the Boulder Knight equipment. One on the right uses the Baronique Knight, the steel armor, great shield, boulder armor, boulder shield. Yep. These 2 enemies don't respawn. In the earlier patches, they do respawn, and these guys drop a pretty hefty amount of souls. So earlier it would have been a pretty good soul farming spot, but yeah. But now they don't respawn, so they are NPC enemies. So we are going to slap on a Hornet Ring. Yeah, we'll keep that. All right. So do they pull 1 at a time, or can I just? Or is it 2 at a time? All right, so it can be 1 at a time. Oop, thought we were in range. Really? They don't drop anything. This one gives 5,000, the other one gives like 10,000. So, yeah. There's only 2 of them, so that's oh, shield bash. Way too soon. But we killed you with the soul arrow, so the soul spear. Oh, he only gave 5,000. Okay, I thought he gave 10. I'm sorry. But yep. All the Silver Knights are gone. All the Royal Sentinels are gone. So it's now just eerie quiet. The only one here is the blacksmith. Well, there's the Dark Moon Nidus. She's up here. Yeah, she's on this bridge, I'm pretty sure. I think she's down there somewhere. But before that, we are going to go to the blacksmith. The Batwing demons are gone. So if you want their weapons too, you gotta kill them before you despawn. Oh, there she is. There's the Nidus right there. Alright. So we'll do it here in a moment. I talked to the blacksmith real quick. Do I want to upgrade my shield? Yeah.
Hello, Forge, I can't.
Strong I am. Do we want to? Yeah, sure. We need 4, so let's just do it. There we go. Maxed out the shield. But there's another thing I forgot in this room. There's actually a chest right over there. Yeah, you can see right here. Well, how do you get to it? No, you just gotta roll to it. Wiggle your way through them. Angle yourself right. There we go. Open. Village treasure. The Hawk Ring. Alright, just gotta wiggle your way out. Trying to get rid of the thing. Thank you. The Hawk Ring. Yep. Actually, I forgot about the Leo Ring as well, so might as well just do that here. So now we have the rings of the 4 Knights of Gwyn. Leo Ring comes from the Ornstein. Wolf Ring came from Artorias. Hawk Ring comes from Goth, and the Hornet Ring comes from Kieran. So we got the Leo Ring from Ornstein. Boosts counterattacks of thrusted weapons. Yep. Leo Ring belonged to Ornstein the Dragon Slayer. This ring strengthens counters with pierce weapons. His lug spear is said to have sliced a boulder in 2. Yeah, if you're able to get a counter hit with your thrust attacks, pretty much you gotta poke an enemy while they're attacking. This will boost that damage. It can do it. You can boost it pretty significantly because your counter damage alone will do a pretty hefty chunk of damage. I think it's like another 20% on top of your regular damage. This does like I think another 20 as well. It'll stack up pretty quickly. But again, it's only for counterattacks, so it's mainly for shield poke builds because that's the most reliable and safest way to do it. But we just got it for the collection's sake. Here's the Hawk Ring. One of the special rings granted to Knights of Gwyn. The Hawk Ring belonged to Hawkeye Goth, everyone pronounce it, who led the Great Archers. Boosted bow range, so the arrows fly like they were shot by Go's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. Yeah, just boost shot range. I'm not sure how much further. It is a pretty hefty amount, so you might make use of it. Probably not. The Great Bow of Ferris already has pretty good shot range. This will just make it even better, but it's not really worth it. Well, it's useful. I mean, especially if you're going to use a composite bow, but we got the Bow of Ferris, so. Gwyn's enemies. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Giant. I'll go out here, fight the Nidus, go down to fight Gwendolyn, head back to Firelink. All is well that ends well. Alright. Nidus. She could be a butt pain because she likes to parry. So we gotta be careful. Alright. But if we can get a parry off, we'll be pretty good. Do you have dialogue? Oh.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
You got your shield pokes too? It comes out pretty quickly, so I'm not too good at it. I'm sorry.
But how? This woman is a threat. Master Gwendolyn.
Yep. She drops a Firekeeper soul, because she was a Firekeeper. So we can use her soul to upgrade our flask, because we don't have any use for this bonfire anymore, since it's all dark. Just dropping like flies, huh? Well, when you pair your opponents with a endgame weapon and hornet ring, yeah, you're gonna do a ton of damage. All right, here comes probably the harder fight. Yeah, Gwendolyn's pretty resistant to magic, so all this is not gonna be useful. I wish I could use what's it called? Vow of Silence. I'm curious to see what it does, if it works on him, but yeah, oh well. So if anything, Pyromancy's probably gonna be your best bet. I think he's weakest to fire, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna be switching up our weapons. Don't need that. We want Quelaag's free sword. Something with half decent spell negation and stability. That's probably the crest shield, to be honest. Yeah, crest shield, why not? Let's go. Let's see. We'll take, so now we're fast rolling, that's good. I want to keep that, because it's going to be a real pain to just run. And probably stone plate, just for sake. Yeah, Gwendolyn's magic is, it's annoying. Yeah. And here we go, Gwendolyn. All right, I think we're ready. All right, time for the running.
Heretic. First thou offendeth the Godmother, and now thou see fit to trample upon the tomb of the great Lord. I am the Dark Sun, Gwendolyn. Let the atonement for thy felonies commenceth.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we got that dialogue because he killed Guinevere first and then Gwendolyn. I mean, then we came down to fight. Let's see what he does. Yeah, those projectiles you can block with this pillar. There is a stronger one that will go through it. That's the arrows. Just, you know, strafe. He launches like a soul spear type attack that will go through pillars, so you gotta be careful. We'll hang out here for the moment. See what he does. Oh, he teleports? Oh, we got too close. I thought he was gonna do another attack, and then I was just gonna run out and smack him. There is an end to this hallway, so yeah, that's the soul spear. That'll go through the pillars. Am I too close this time? Nope, arrow's good. As long as you sidestep, you'll be fine. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, just even if he teleports, just keep attacking, because you can still do damage to him. All right. Now we came too close. Nope. Do that again. Thank you. Oh. Ah. I thought I could strafe his little arrows, but... Gets kind of tricky when you get too close. Oh. Yeah, see, it goes right through. Oh, I thought I dodged. Oh well. Get a barrage off. Get a barrage off. You can see his little snake feet. I just like taking my time with this boss. I'm just trying to get him to. Just missed. So that is faster than I realize. Just gonna do arrows. Cool. I'll wait for the barrage. We'll get over here. Right, are we too close this time? Nope. Good. This should be it.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
Soul of Gwendolyn. And we don't get humanity either, which is kind of interesting. But Gwendolyn. Yeah. Yeah, Gwendolyn isn't too hard. It's just the most annoying part is that he keeps teleporting away once you get close. But, yeah, just slow and steady. You know, just hide in the pillars when he does his little magic barrage. His little arrows, just kind of, again, just strafe them left and right. The only one you really have to look out for is this like little soul spear attack. Because, again, it will go through pillars and hit you. So, yeah, but other than that, just kind of get close, wait for a chance, rush him down, and just wail on him. Yeah, again, I think he's weakest to fire, so Quaylog's Fury Sword is a good choice. Pyromancy is also pretty good, but other than that, it's not too bad. Not too bad. We got a soul. Soul of Gwendolyn, yep. God of the Dark Sun and guardian of deserted Anor Londo. I think the only thing we get out of Ornstein's soul is a spear. Gwendolyn's soul, I think we get an arrow and I think a catalyst. If we go back up to the giant, we can check that out, but I don't really care for either one. Maybe the bow, we'll see. I'll check it out between episodes just to see. 'Cause I like our bow of Ferris. But if it's Gwendolyn's, if I think I know, well, actually no. I'm trying to think, because I know Gwendolyn's stuff is magic based, but it's kind of funky. It's weird. Because he's a god, he like his miracle, the Blade of the Dark Moon miracle. It applies magic damage to a weapon, but it scales off faith. It requires faith to use, but it gives you magic, which is, opposites attract kind of thing. But I'll check out his bow between episodes, see if I really want it. His catalyst as well, but probably not, but we'll see. But now that he's dead, we can get his armor set from Donald as well. So we got penny pinch at this point. Yeah, Gwendolyn, not too bad. Just, again, strafe, hide from the barrages, dodge the soul spear. Yep. This is Gwyn's tomb. Yep. Nothing there. A chest here. Empty. I wonder if there's... I'm trying to think. I want to say that will contain the talisman and the spell and the miracle. The Dark Moon thing. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what this does. I don't remember. Every time I open it up, it's always been empty, but I'll double check to make sure. This should be a miracle. Sunlight Blade. Applies lightning damage to our weapons. If we had 30 faith. Yeah. Faith is pretty good. Because you can get magic damage if you had the Blades of the Dark Moon. You got lightning damage at any time. You don't need to be in Covenant for this. Wielded by Lord Gwyn's Firstborn. So it's the miracle of the Firstborn. Boost right weapon with rays of sun. Lightning. It's lightning. The power of sunlight manifested as lightning is very effective against dragons. When the Yellow Sun was stripped of his deific status, he left this on his father's coffin, perhaps as a final farewell. Which is interesting, because that sentence right there says he was stripped of his title after Gwyn's death, after Gwyn sacrificed himself. So that's pretty interesting. Yep, and this chest should have armor set. Yep, the brass set. Brass of the Dark Moon Nidus. I think it's very similar to the Silver Knight set, if I'm not mistaken. If I can find it. Here we go. Again. Oops. Again, my armor menu kind of funkied. brass set. It's a pretty good armor set, pretty decent. I also believe you can't upgrade it if I'm not mistaken. So what you get is what you get. Helm of Dark Moon Nidus, Firekeeper of Anor Londo. After becoming undead, she visited the Dark Sun Gwendolyn at the Mausoleum of the Spiral Depths, became a Blade of the Dark Moon, and assumed the flame-keeping duty. She received this helm, which hides her hideous form and helps her hunt the guilty. Yes. She visited Dark Sun Gwendolyn at the Mausoleum of the Spiral Depths. I guess that's where his bonfire is, where this is at, I guess. So. Yep. She became undead, became a Dark Moon Blade, assumed the Firekeeper role. And now she hunts down the guilty as a Blade of the Dark Moon, while being a Firekeeper. But yeah, and with that, Anor Londo's now done. DED done. But yeah, again, I would only recommend doing Guinevere. In fact, you can actually fight Gwendolyn and not have Anor Londo become dark. You can kill Gwendolyn and the sun will still be out. Guinevere will still be up there. Silver Knights will still be there. All that. So don't worry about fighting Gwendolyn if you want to keep the sun out. The only way to become Twilight is if you deal with the illusion of Guinevere. So, though I think the little dialogue still plays even after you beat Gwendolyn. That little, how dare you defy the image of the Godmother, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that still plays even though you killed him. Maybe it's a pre-recorded message or something, but yeah. Repair. I'm going to attune Homeward just real quick. Okay. And now with the Lord Vessel, which I want to check out first. I forgot. With the Lord Vessel, we can now fast travel, although you can only fast travel to certain bonfires. Soul Vessel granted to the chosen undead. Lord Vessel bestowed upon the chosen undead, who is destined to succeed Lord Gwyn. The chosen undead is granted the art of warping between bonfires. To open the final door, place this vessel on the Firelink altar and fill it with powerful souls. Yep. So here's the warp. Again, you can only warp to certain bonfires. Firelink Shrine is probably your main one. Sunlight Altar. Some of them are Covenant bonfires close to Covenants. Sunlight Altar is in the parish. Chair of the Princess is up top. That's down below. Parish is where Andre's at. On the depths? I think this is the one outside the slimes. By the slimes. I think that's where that is. You can warp into Ariamis, into the Painted World, but you can't warp out for some reason. At least I don't think you can. So, we're going to warp down to Firelink. I don't think there's anything else here. Alright. Back at Firelink. Oh boy. Here's Siegmeyer. Siegmeyer's down here, so you help him up at Anor Londo, he'll be right here. So we'll go down first. We'll restore Anastasia. Examine. Return Firekeeper soul? Why, yes we do. We want that bonfire. Return Firekeeper soul to its owner. And she's back. We heard the bonfire ignite. Now we talk.
Thank you. I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend.
Anastasia. Okay. However you want to pronounce it. So now she can talk. Well, she doesn't say much, but her impure tongue, I guess. Which is why she probably had it ripped out.
Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be. I wish not to speak.
She wished not to speak.
Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue. Please, leave. I wish not to.
Alright, so she wished not to speak. Okay. So before we boost our flask, let's check out the Firekeeper Soul. Soul of Dark Moon Nidus, Firekeeper of Anor Londo. And the bottom part is just the rest of any Firekeeper. Okay. But since she's dead and we don't have no intention of restoring her, let's, use it. Estus reinforced the +4. Alright, let's go talk to Siegmeyer. And Siegmeyer, well actually, let's kindle this bonfire. So it's going to be one of our main bonfires. Kindle? Kindle again. We want 20. There we go. It's now kindled to max. Alright. Siegmeyer, what's up?
Well, fancy meeting you here. You did much for me up above. I am grateful. You know, I was thinking the gates, the old fortress. Was that your doing?
Why, yes, it was.
Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate? This Knight of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude.
And the miracle emit force. Anything else?
There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst.
Well, from my track record, you don't seem to be that good at preparing.
There you are. I'll be heading down. There's nothing. No worries.
Alright. So now he's done talking. He'll be down below in Blighttown, in the swamps to be exact, but let's see what these guys have to say, if anything. Let's start with Logan.
Hello there. Glad to see you alive. Heading out, are you? I too will leave soon. Undead or no, I shan't stay here forever. You have great potential. Don't go and die over nothing.
Alright. I thought he had more to say, but I guess not.
Oh, hello. I appreciate the attention. That will Have you ever cast one of Logan's spells? Isn't it exhilarating? As he sees it, there are no gods, no transcendence, only truth. And Logan only wishes to elucidate it. It is this heretical methodology that allowed Logan to advance sorcery to the point that he has. In a word, he is a hero. Despite the awful rumors, time will tell. The annals of history will prove dispassionate.
So Logan, methodology is that there is no gods, there are no transcendence, just reality and what we make it, huh? Alright.
Have you ever cast one of Logan's? Isn't it? As he sees it, there are no. It is this.
Only truth.
Time.
Alright.
Goodbye then. Do stay safe.
Yeah, we don't want to buy out his inventory yet. We want to wait. I think Petrus doesn't have anything new.
Oh, hello. Miracle. Come again.
Okay. Nothing new from Petrus. But we do have some stuff for Kingseeker Framped. All right, Kingseeker. The illusion of Guinevere told me to talk to you about guidance, and then I put her down.
Heavens! You have done it! You have retrieved the Lord Vessel. After 1,000 years, it is you. It is really you. Forgive me. I really should calm down. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still. This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
No, I will not, because there's things we want to do without placing the Lord Vessel. So, yeah.
What is it? Place the Lord Vessel on the altar. No reason for pause at this point.
All right. No, we're not going to place the Lord Vessel down. There is a way to get out of here, so don't worry. But curious how we see other vessels behind you. Are those from previous chosen undeads? But yes, the structure looks like Lost Islith. Yeah, you'll see. All right. So how do we get out of here without him taking us? Well, I equipped the Homeward Miracle for that reason. I think you can use the Homeward Bone as well. The Homeward Bone will probably take you out as well. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Alright, so you need either Homeward Bone, some way to, travel back. I think the Dark Sign will work as well, but we don't lose all that souls, but yeah. So now, since we warp back out, he'll be back to his usual self, We can feed him items, he'll talk to us, yada yada yada. We can use the warp function to go back down to the Lord Vessel, but we don't want to place it just yet. There's actually, we want to do New Londo first, because we have to find his other half.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Yep, so now he's back to normal. Yeah, we can warp, which will take us back down to the Firelink chamber, which you don't want to do. Just quickly feed him some stuff. I should have some weapons for him. Yes, got a spear for you. Wow. I think I have a giant shield or two. Oh, I only have one. Okay, never mind. Alright.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
Yeah, so if you don't have a Homeward Bone or the Homeward Miracle, and he takes you down there, you have to put the Lord Vessel down, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Alright. We want to go to Donald real quick. Yeah, we'll go to Donald. We want to buy stuff, then we'll make our way to the parish. Yeah, I don't have a lot of poise. Out of my way. I have a date with Donald. So go. Alright, Donald. You have stuff for me.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
Yes, they do. Alright. You should have boss souls for me. Boss armor, I mean. Yep, the armor of Ornstein. Yep. It's another armor set you can't upgrade, but I do like it. It's a very solid set. So, definitely buy it. Helm of Dragon Slayer Ornstein, who guards the cathedral in the forsaken city of Anor Londo. Ornstein is believed to be the captain of the four knights. His golden lion helm is imbued with the power of lightning and should provide good protection against it. And here we have Gwendolyn's set. Crown of Dark Sun Gwendolyn, protector of forsaken city of Anor Londo. This crown of the gods demands faith immeasurable of its wearer, but it is imbued with dark moon power that enhances all magic. The image of the sun manifests Gwendolyn's deep admiration of the sun. It's a helmet that improves sorcery and pyromancy for sure, and I think it also does miracles by 10%. Mm-hmm. Not quite as strong as the Crown of Dusk, but doesn't have that the magic damage, defense decrease like the Dusk Crown does. So this is a good alternative if you don't want that debuff on you. Yeah, the power of the moon was strong in Gwendolyn, and thus he was raised as a daughter. His magic garb is silk thin and hardly provides any physical defense. The moon was strong with this one. Yep. It's okay magic. It's okay physical, but excellent magic defense. Excellent magic defense. As well as curse defense is also really good. But yeah, not a lot of durability because again, apparently it's paper thin. Crown, robe, gloves, waistcloth. Okay. Anything new?
You are a fine trading partner. Rumor it may be, but I have heard of a surviving ancient dragon who resides in this land. A coterie of undead serves the dragon, as they train to become dragons themselves. Sounds unlikely, but you never know, do you?
Well, I do know. I actually know where it is. We'll meet it eventually. But anything else?
I'm afraid I don't see any. Right. Thank you. I have this, and we
make it try and fade too. Yep. Yeah, the rumor about an ancient dragon. It is down in the Great Hollow, all the way down. So we'll get there eventually. I'm just not quite sure when. We could probably do it after Londo, maybe. But, alright. With that done, we are going to go turn our Ember to Andre, and then we'll go to, I think Solaire's in the parish, I believe. Elevator, let's go. We have an Ember to turn in. Oh, and I also forgot that Gwendolyn's also weak to the occult, obviously, because he is a god, and the occult is strong against the gods, so I forgot to mention that. So there's also that too, though if you do stick with fire, you should be good. Rests, but we do need to go talk to Andre because he has soul. Here you go, Andre. We got an Ember for you.
Show me that ember of yours. Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating.
A human finds the dark flame strangely fascinating. I see where you're going there. Yes, we'll give it to him.
Yes. Well, thank you. This ember really is something special. I'm already under its spell. I sense great potential indeed.
And that's probably why the church put it in the painting in the first place. Because it could undo their little control over the humans.
Don't get yourself killed.
Neither of us wants to see us go hollow either. Alright, so we'll work to the sunlight altar. So I believe Solaire is down here. There he is. He's here. Solaire of Astora. He moves down here from Anor Londo. Actually, let me do something real quick. Wait. I may not have enough faith for this. I think you might need the original 25 faith for this to work, but let's find out. Solaire?
Oh, hello there. I'm glad to see you alive. You have done well. Indeed you have. You've a strong arm, strong faith, and most importantly, a strong heart. I am in awe, really. Yes. What do you think? Why not join me as a warrior of the sun, righteous knights, guardians of all that is good, in the name of the Lord of Sunlight? Only if it would please you, of course. Well?
Solaire, you don't have to ask me twice.
Oh, magnificent. I knew you would fancy it. Then join the Covenant. Here, stay still for a moment.
Join Covenant? Yes, we will.
And there we are. Now, just say a prayer at the altar of sunlight, right there. Then you shall know the brilliance of our sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Solaire survived with Ornstein and Smough, we could have turned in 10 sunlight medals and get the next rank in the Covenant, but... Yep. And I'm pretty sure that little dialogue exchange only happens if you're not in the Covenant and you have the faith requirement to do it. 25, 20, 15, whatever. As long as you have enough faith to enter the Covenant, he'll do that little line. Again, you can't be in the Covenant to begin with. That's why I got out of it. So, all right, Solaire, anything else?
Oh, hello there. Exhilarating, is it not? The power of the sun. I am blessed to have found such a brave companion.
Oh, Solaire. You do us so good.
Oh, hello there. Exhilarating. I am blessed.
All right. I think that's it. That's all I got to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a lot of people know about this encounter. Yeah. Usually once you get the Lord Vessel, you kind of just start warping around. You know, you put it down on the altar, you go to the fogs lift up, you start running around. More often than not, you'll miss this, but... Solaire, I salute you. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. Praise the sun. All right. And anything else I want to do? Not that I can think of. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. On that, I'll call an episode. Yep. Made some progress. Made some significant progress at that. Yep. Start off fighting Ornstein and Smough. Yep, the delinquent duo. Yep, the duo fight that FromSoft's been trying to replicate ever since. I mean, a lot of developers have been trying to replicate it ever since, but there's just something about it you just can't quite replicate. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it. Excuse me. Yep. Yeah, Ornstein and Smough. Yep, we did summon Solaire for the fight, so that did help a lot. Although we were particularly well equipped and prepared for that fight, so it didn't give us any real trouble. The only real challenge was trying keeping Solaire alive, but more often than not, he'll die during the fight. I have kept him alive once or twice, but it's pretty hard. You have to be pretty aggressive. But oh well. We did kill Smough first, so we would fight Super Ornstein second. The main reason is because Ornstein drops a ring if you kill him last. If you kill him first, it doesn't drop, so you have to defeat Ornstein second in order to get the ring. And the other thing is that I like Ornstein's armor much more than Smough's. That's the main reason, really. That and the ring are the only reasons you really should fight Ornstein second. Super Smough is the easier option. So we just took our Silver Knight sword, buffed it up with the Great Magic Weapon, and just kind of start wailing on him. Yeah, we just shoot through Smough, like, it took like 6 hits to kill him. It's nuts. Would have killed Super Ornstein faster if we didn't miss like 2 soul spears, or 3, I think. Yeah, that was, I think it went through his legs. But if we didn't miss those 3 shots, we probably would have, Solaire probably would have survived, but who knows. But we did put Super Ornstein down to get his soul, to get the Leo ring from it. Yep, so we did. Yep. And then we went up to the 2nd level, found Lautrec's body with the armor of the Embraced on it, armor of favor. That body only appears if you do the Black Orb invasion of Lautrec. If you kill him in Firelink Shrine, it won't appear. You have to do the Black Eye Orb invasion. It is a decent armor set, so it is kind of worth it, in my opinion. But and then we encountered amazing chest ahead. Yep. Guinevere, daughter of Gwyn, Queen of Sunlights. Yep. Or at least an illusion of her. Yeah. We had several items, dialogue with a giant blacksmith that kind of hinted at something is amiss in Anor Londo. Yeah. He says no one's home, they're all gone. Several rings say everyone fled the city. So even though there's Silver Knights there, there's Sentinels there, there's Guinevere there, but that kind of contradicts all the item descriptions and whatnot. So but we talked to her anyway. She granted us the Lord Vessel, asked us, follow Father Gwyn's footsteps, banish the Twilight, prevent, more undead sacrifice, the whole, save the world speech kind of thing. But so we listened to that, got the Lord Vessel. We did enter the Princess's Guard Covenant, just to get the ring. The Covenant itself doesn't have any ranks, so you don't get any rewards out of it. Now, the only thing it does, it allows you to use 2 very powerful miracles. Again, we're not built for them, and we can't get them until the Duke's Archives anyway, so it's, I don't know. It's there, I guess. But, yep, and again, the ring that she gave us even told us that she left the city and is married to some flame god somewhere else, so was she really there? Took out her bow, shot her in the face, I think. Yep, which caused the illusion to lift. Yep. We pulled the curtains to see what's underneath, and it's nothing. It's dark. Yep. The light is gone. The moon has risen. Yep. Yep, all the Silver Knights are gone, all the Sentinels are gone, all the Batwing Demons are gone. I'm pretty sure the Painting Guardians are still there. So, don't worry about that. I think they're still there. But and so when we exit out of the Ornstein arena, there was 2 Dark Moon blades waiting for us. One equipped with Baldur equipment, and one equipped with the Baronique equipment. The steel armor and great shield. Yep. So we picked them off one on one at a time. Utilized the Hornet Ring to get a nice chunky riposte. Again, those 2 enemies don't respawn. Again, in earlier patches, they did respawn, which made them a pretty good soul farming spot. Because once you get the Ward Vessel, you just ward back to the bonfire, head down the elevator, out the door, and there they are. And they're, again, pretty easy to kill. Parry riposte and a story. But again, it was patched so they wouldn't respawn. So, oh well. Went outside, talked to the blacksmith again, and then we got the treasure chest that's in his corner. Yeah, the easiest would just be to kill the giant, but why would you do that? You a mean person. But otherwise, just kind of hug the wall on his left until you get the prompt to open it and grab the ring out of it, the Hawk Ring, which just boosts shot range of bows and crossbows and all that stuff. It has its uses, but we won't be using them. And then after that, we went out to the little rotating elevator where the Dark Moon Nidus greeted us. She wasn't sure who did it, but as we got close, she realized you the one who did this. So we put her down too. Yeah, she's the dangerous one because she can parry her post because she has the parry dagger in her offhand, and she uses the Dark Moon blade on a S-stock, I believe. So she can parry you, and if she gets the riposte off, you're most likely dead. So just be careful with her. But we beat her up. We got her Firekeeper soul. Took the elevator down, and then we took on Dark Sun Gwendolyn. Yep. Entered his little boss arena, gave us a spiel about how we defiled the image of the Godmother, and then trampled on Father Gwyn's tomb and all that stuff. So he was not happy with us. But we took that fight slow and steady, just kind of casually dealt with it. Weaved in and out of attacks, used the pillars for cover, dodged the little giant soul arrows. Just try and time our attacks so we can get the most attacks out of it before he teleports away. So, just kind of rinse and repeat until he's dead. There is an end to that hallway. It is very far down. But there is an end to it, so there, eventually he can't get away. So, but yep, we put him down, got his soul, which then curiously didn't give us a humanity for some reason. I mean, every other boss we fought gave us a humanity, but he didn't. Interesting, really. But in Gwyn's tomb, there was 3 chests. One was empty. I'm pretty sure there was something supposed to be in it, I believe, but maybe, I don't know. The center chest contains the Sunlight Blade, miracle of his firstborn that he left on his father's tomb as a final farewell. And then the last chest had the brass armor of the Dark Moon Nidus. So pretty good rewards for fighting Gwendolyn, especially if you're going to do Faith. Although since Gwendolyn's dead, I don't think you can be the Dark Moon anymore, and the Covenant anymore. So you can't use the Dark Moon Blade, which is kind of sad. But again, we're not doing Faith, so it doesn't really matter. And then after that, we traveled to Firelink Shrine, restored Anastasia, the Firekeeper of Firelink Shrine, who didn't want to speak to us because her tongue's impure in her case. We used the Nidus' soul to boost our Estus flask. Talked to Siegmeyer, said we were the ones who opened the door to Sen's Fortress. It gave us the Emit Force miracle. Which reminds me. Yep. Outland Miracle, 4 into the Way of White, emits Shockwave. Consider an alternate branching of force. Emits an extending shockwave orb. Yep. Yeah, this one allows you kind of like push enemies from afar. Similar to the DLC Miracle and Elden Ring, the Wrath from Afar. Basically the same thing. So we could use it if we want, but I don't know if we will. We'll see. And after that, we checked in with the magic duo. Not much there. And then we talked to Frampt, who was shocked and amazed that after 1,000 years, there was an undead who had a Lord Vessel. He swallowed us up, spit us out at the Firelink altar, where there's curiously more vessels behind him. Curiously. And then after that, we homeward boned back to the Firelink. He's back to his usual, hello there kind of thing. So, And after that, we went to Andre, turned into Ember, who seems to be enthralled by the Dark Flame. That's probably why they banished it to the painting, so they could, keep their control over the humans. And then we came here to Firelink Altar, so we talked with Solaire. And that was it. Yep, a lot of stuff we did, so it's really good, really good. Making progress now. Getting near the end game. We're over halfway through. Yeah, but next episode will be New Londo. Yep. Ghost and all. Not looking forward to it. Nope. Yeah, the thing about the ghosts is that they travel through walls. Yeah, that's the annoying part. They can go through walls, but we can't really attack through it. They can go through walls, attack us through the walls too, which is not fun. But yeah, we gotta do it now. That's our next destination. Yep. Yep. Ghosts. There's a lot of good items in there. There's a Ingward, I think his name is, the sealer of New Londo. He's down there. Yep. And then we'll be able to open up the floodgates, deflood the ruins. We'll take on the dark wraiths. Yep. Find the very large ember, which allows us to upgrade regular Titanite weapons to max. It's down there. Yep, and then it's the 4 kings after that. Yep. That's going to be fun. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I have a game plan for that, but hopefully it works out. Then after the 4 kings, we'll talk to Kath, and then we'll set the Lord Vessel. Yep. And that's the plan, but it's going to be a long one, I think. Yep. This one's pretty long as well, but it's mostly for me just yapping here, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, that's the plan. Next episode, New Londo. But again, that's for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.